Hello, welcome to our short video summary of the PCRF strategy. Here's our strategy on a page. Before we talk you through our plans for this year, we'll quickly talk through the content on the right. These are our core values, which outline the way we support you and behave through your interactions with you, reps and stakeholders. We also have our guiding principles, which support our mission, which is to provide industry-leading representation to colleagues across the Phoenix Group. Our why, making working lives better together, describes our focus and connection to colleagues, reps and stakeholders. Let's talk about our strategic plans for the year. External leadership, rejuvenating colleague representing for today's colleagues. External partnership. This is about working externally to promote the partnership model, possibly getting into universities, schools and colleges to talk about the value of the partnership model with audiences at an informative age. We'll also seek opportunities to talk with employers and colleague groups externally, helping start a partnership movement. We'll consider areas of shared interest where we can work alongside Phoenix with some of this too. Identify external opportunities. This priority will focus on reaching out to external award organisations with a proposed award for colleague representation. We're not aware that there is currently anything out there like this. Partnership Pack. We're really keen to create a partnership pack. This will tell the story, narrative of creating a colleague representation forum. From the early thinking days, it will cover the legalities and framework right through to launch and value output. It will bring to life the benefits to colleagues, business and reps. We hope to create two versions, one specifically for Phoenix to be used internally and one we can use externally to promote and help others create similar to our partnership model in their own workplace. External networks. As you may be aware, we are currently a member of two external networks, made up of a mix of unions and partnership representation, one based in Edinburgh and one across the UK financial sector. We would like to help to evolve these forums in 2022 and also explore setting up a new forum where we can attract similar colleague representation forums across other industries, perhaps in hospitality or retail. We would love the opportunity to engage with like-minded people who are or have created a modern, progressive and future-proof model in their workplaces. And then influence government initiatives. As we move into late 2022, early 2023, we hope to work in partnership with Phoenix and our peer groups to start to influence government initiatives in a way that has historically only been done in a more unionised environment. We believe that partnership working will help workplaces now and in the future as the world of work continues to evolve and change at pace, something we hope to discuss and influence government on.
Let's move on to first-class comms and engagement, engaging colleague views. Comms calendar. We're going to plan out our communications and events for the year and create content on the things that are important to you, promoting how PCRF supports you and how to contribute your views to our discussions with Phoenix. Rep Toolkit. Supporting reps by creating guides and toolkits to help them manage the difficult aspects of their role and have the knowledge to provide you industry-leading representation. Strategic comms planning. We'll review our communications channels and events based on new technologies available throughout Phoenix and considering hybrid working. Area alignment. Making sure PCRF communications and events are available to colleagues across the UK and working with function reps to target content to each function depending on what they'd like to know more about. High rep engagement. Supporting reps to feel confident to promote PCRF in their function and gather the colleague voice to contribute to local and organisational topics. And lastly, colleague awareness, engaging with colleagues to share how we support them and how to contact PCRF, encouraging them to share their views and make sure their voice is part of the collective voice. Moving on to valued partnership, working together to put colleagues at the centre of decisions. HR relationships. This will focus on building strong relationships across HR, making sure there are regular touch points between the HR function and PCRF, including with HR directors, HR business partners, and throughout the HR partnership meetings. All of which encourages early inclusion in decision making, policy reviews, change and updates. Karen Green. The PCRF will continue to meet quarterly throughout the year with Karen Green, non-executive board member, and HR. By facilitating the meetings quarterly, it gives lead reps the opportunity to make sure that they have a single line of communication to the board, to make sure that the board are well informed of the colleague voice and that reps understand the board priorities. Business relationships and area alignment. Make sure that all areas of the business are represented. This is continually reviewed in line with business change. ExCo engagement. This is centred on embedding PCRF relationships across ExCo. By having a focus on engagement, it helps to open a two-way conversation with ExCo being kept informed of themes and key topics from across the business and local functions, aided by the lead and local reps. We are then also able to share PCRF priorities, which lead to more open and detailed conversations, being able to engage in early inclusion and in influence in outcomes and feedback. And we have the partnership agreement, which we rolled out last year, and we'll continue to socialise the partnership agreement, engage colleagues and leadership on how working together in partnership adds value throughout early inclusion, working with leads and local reps to understand the impacts to you and capturing your colleague voice.
Moving on to consistent representation, creating a powerful community. The activity tracker and data. This is where we confidentially record our PCRF activity to allow us to produce reports to identify any hotspots or trends, communication and training requirements, and to track the colleague voice. Training. We have a core training plan for reps that will be offered across the rep community to equip them in the role to best support colleagues. Rep community building. An opportunity for reps to get to know each other across the forum and an opportunity to build and support a network for one another. Ways of representing. Thinking differently about how we collate the colleague voice in a hybrid environment. And our terms of reference. Raise awareness of our terms of reference across the forum so that reps understand their role. Moving on to colleague obsessed. Representing the whole you. Our focus on D&I means we meet with the D&I team and network chairs to discuss the strategy for 2022 and how we can support and bring the colleague voice to life. Sustainability. We know this is important to colleagues, so we regularly meet with leaders across the business to discuss sustainability agenda and what that means for Phoenix and colleagues. Wellbeing. Focus on colleague wellbeing, interacting with leaders to bring to life the colleague voice and understand the 2022 strategy. Ways of working. Active member of the project team, understanding what this means for colleagues. Change agenda. Understanding the 2022 change agenda and how we best support colleagues by early inclusion and representing the colleague voice through local discussions. And the colleague voice. Collate colleague voice through interactions with local reps, lead reps, and activity through PCRF. Ensure colleagues are at the heart of everything we do. That's a summary of our PCRF strategy. If you'd like to know more about how it is implemented in your local area, you can speak to your local PCRF representative. Thank you.